Where's Coach Rafael? Rafael's in the center.
You sit in the middle.
No, no, you said.
All right, guys.
Good evening.
Thank you. Good evening. Appreciate everything. We'll open it up to some questions. Unless you have any remarks you want to make.
I mean, first of all, we'd like to thank everybody for coming and being a part of this historic event. It was the largest event in the history of boxing. I think we can all agree, especially the purist boxing fans, that Mike Tyson is the reason that this event is as big as it is. 21 years old, he made history in boxing. 58 years old, he's made history in boxing, and throughout his entire life, he's been the focal point and the living legend here of boxing. I mean, that doesn't take away anything from what Jake Paul has brought. But you need a dance partner, and there isn't one as big as Mike Tyson. We're very proud of, I think I can, on behalf of head coach Billy White, Coach Rafael, that we're very proud of Mike's, his determination throughout camp. I mean, we all remember Mike Tyson, especially if you guys are our age. And of course, we've been with Billy for 45 years. You remember him as the killer, the menace, and you get to see the pads and you see, just how amazing he is. And we're very proud of him. But, he is a 58-year-old man that has been in the gym and coming to the gym every single day. And some of us who are up at that age can't even get up and do 20 minutes exercise every day. But this man came day in, day out. And I'll let Coach Billy and Coach Rafael, explain a little bit more about that. He came into the day, busted his ass. We were the ones kicking him out of the gym most of the days, telling him to go back home. But he set the bar high for everybody. He went 110 miles an hour, and he's going to allow people of his generation to be able to go 80 because they said Mike Tyson did it. Yeah, and tonight Mike Tyson broke the records. Mike Tyson made history again. 58 years old, he made history again. Just before we walked out, he whispered in my ear and he said, "I love making history." That's what he's built on. So, yeah, we're a little bit disappointed we didn't get the W. We're a little bit disappointed he didn't knock Jake out. I think everybody of our generation is a little bit disappointed that he didn't stop the YouTube kid. But across the world, we're very proud of Mike. And I know everybody across, the globe. He got a phone call from, a good friend of his and big supporter, His Excellence Turki Ali Sheikh, just before, just when he got into the locker room before he went out. And His Excellence wished him the best and told him how proud of him he was and, gave him a big pep talk also. So he's got, love and support everybody all across the world. Thank you.
Coach, you want to go?
Yes, sir. Don't lose the fact that he inspired the world and knocked out Netflix tonight. They went down because there were so many viewers. How great is that? That's a record he set tonight. He's like you just said, he set the bar high, and he's one of the greatest athletes in the history of the world. There's young athletes, boxers, they don't train anywhere near as hard as Mike did at 58. They're not training that hard at 20, 25. He inspired the world. He's a role model. Everybody got him off the couch and made them go to work on their own selves. And that's what the world is about. That's what life is about. Take care of yourself. And Mike inspired everybody. Like I said, knocked out Netflix.
We worked for 7 months for this moment. 7 months of hard work. We overcame all our situations aside. Outside of the gym. So I truly believe we have this victory before this fight. So the victory that we have is bigger than what the show was tonight. Bigger than that. So was the victory of the health. A guy with 58 years old, training every single day. And we have situations then you have to go to the hospital. As everybody knows, he spent 12 days in the hospital. No, it's no excuse. We don't have to do excuse. Nothing. We're there. We train hard. But have momentos in the gym that are little things. In the end of the day, make a lot of difference. He never asked to give up. He never passed for his heart. Okay, I want to stop. I don't want to fight. I don't want to be there. He always, okay, I'm going to be there. Next day, I'm going to be in the gym. Next day, I'm going to be in the gym. Always better, better, and better. And we, like Brother Amir say, we are really proud of Mike, not just because for 7 months of training for a man with 58 years old, but the way he trained for 7 months for this fight.
Yeah.
He put his life to the side just to be in the gym. Morning, afternoon, and night, every single day, Monday to Saturday, There's no day off. Sundays, some Sundays is stop. And a guy like that is a big inspiration for us. We work with martial arts, with boxers for a long, long time. We know what kind of champ we have in the gym, and we have a champ, then a big idol of the idols. We have our idols inside the fight, and Mike is the idol of the idols. The resolution I don't change nothing. What Mike has done inside the box, inside the war, he's the people's champ. Like Coach Billy say, he inspired a lot of people, not just inside the gyms, but inside the gym, but outside the gym as well. We walk in the street, people come to Mike and say, man, you are the champ, you are the champions. People, you inspire us, and I truly believe a lot of good things gonna come after this fight. But the most important thing, Mike gonna back home with his family, with his loved ones, and health. In the end of the day, you just want your fighter, your athlete, be healthy and back home with his family. Thank God today Mike gonna back home with his family. The most important thing, the people that love Mike, love to be around him. And I have a pleasure training with Mike for a long, long time. And I'm proud to be by these monsters over here, the whole team. Mike Tyson team is not just 4 guys in the corner, but it's a big group of people. And I would like to express all my gratitude for you, all of you guys. I come from Brazil. I broke a barrier.
Barrier.
Yes. The language. So boxing, I came from martial arts. So I was the guy, like people looking, who's the guy?
Baddest trainer on the planet.
And I'm
Baddest trainer
glad
on
to
the
be here
planet.
with you fellas today, talk about idol, and I truly believe we're going to see great things from Mike Tyson. The best still to come.
Yes. In all due respect to Jake Paul, he could be on the beach laying with blondes and brunettes and whoever he wants the rest of his life. And he took the challenge. He stood up to the greatest boxer of all time. All due respect to Mr. Muhammad Ali, he was our favorite. But you understand what I'm saying. Mike is going down in history as one of the greatest of all time. And never lose sight of that, any of you. Follow his discipline in the game of life, and you will become better yourselves. That's what Cus D'Amato taught us day by day in every way. He got better and better during training camp. And again, all due respect to Jake Paul. He stood up to the challenge. And here's to Jake.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. Hey, guys. Is it working? Hey. So this is Ananda from Brazil. Rafael, really nice to see you here. Congratulations on your job. I just want to ask you, have you had the time to check on everything that happened to maybe find out what lacked this night? And I mean, another comment that Mike got through 8 rounds, right? So everybody doubted about it, and then he did it. I wanted you to comment something about this, please.
Please.
You know, Mike's done 8 rounds throughout camp. We want to make sure that we, built him up to the 8 rounds, and Coach Rafael and Coach Billy made sure that Mike was prepared. His cardio and his trainers, Tony and Andy, made sure that, conditioning wise, he was ready to go. So 8 rounds wasn't the issue, but what we wanted to see was, ferocity. We wanted to see that tenacity. We wanted to see that aggression through 8 rounds. And, halfway through the fight, it kind of died down. For whatever reason, sometimes you have a bad night at the office, but we're not surprised that it went 8 rounds. We're not celebrating that we finished the marathon by any means. We were expecting Mike to go in there and be ferocious through 8 rounds because that's what he's shown through camp. So, but he did go the 8 rounds, and he finished on his feet. He finished, proud, standing, head tall, chin up. It's just another day at the office, man. Mike's been on the giving side for a long time of giving guys losses. And, sometimes, we wear that shoe, not that we want to, but you have to. It's a tough night at the office. Nobody's happy that Mike Tyson lost, but yeah, we're proud of him. It's not that we're proud that he went 8 rounds. We're just proud of the effort throughout camp, and the performance was all right.
It was better than all right. He inspired the world. He inspired people to get off the couch and get in better shape than what they were prior to this fight being announced. How great is that? He made all of us better, every one of us. And he'll do that the rest of his life with his beautiful wife, his beautiful family. He's a beautiful dad. He's grown into a beautiful husband. He's evolved into that. And we could never have imagined that all the years ago. Cus D'Amato and Camille Ewald, his adopted mother and father, would be so proud.
Thank
Very
you, guys.
proud.
All the time we have. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
So Lucas Fadi, Miraj Goyat, and Shadeja Green, your new champion. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's bright.
Very.
You guys have any questions? Questions?
What do you have to say?
No, I don't know what to say. Don't put it
And we're
on
gonna
me.
start opening up the questions. 3 winners, team MVP. Anyone?
Hi, this is Kevin Garcia with Fight Hype, and my question is for Shadeja. I mean, Shadeja, you've had the opportunity before, and unfortunately, it didn't happen the way I'm sure you wanted it to. But you're a champion tonight. How does that feel?
Oh man, it feels amazing. Feels like a dream come true. It was a hard sought victory, you know. She was tougher than I expected, but not tougher than what I prepared for. So I stayed true to the game plan. I listened to my corner. Barry Porter had a great game plan. We wanted to box different every round. And here you have it today. I'm the WBO Super Middleweight World Champion. Dream come true.
Just one other question for Lucas. Lucas, obviously, you had a sensational performance earlier this year. You know, you're on a really big card tonight. How did you feel about your performance and your opponent? What'd you think about him coming out of the ring?
I thought I boxed very well. I used the jab, used some, head movement. I showed a little bit different ability than you guys seen before. My opponent, he was a very good fighter. He was game. He had good defense. He was hard to hit with the clean shots. I thought I landed all the good shots. I landed all of them. I had him hurt at the end there, but he was a tough bugger, man. He was hard to get out of there.
Yeah, for Lucas, I guess there was obviously a lot of talk online about the result afterwards. Have you read that and kind of do you have a response to the critics after that fight?
Honestly, no, I haven't seen much. I haven't been on my phone yet.
Do you like you're happy with how it all went though and the cards and everything?
I mean, no, I thought the other cards were off. I thought I won the fight like clear as day. I landed the harder blows. Like, I don't know what you want. The guy didn't land anything effective on me, right? But I showed defense. I showed ring generalship, everything.
Niraj, were you surprised by Winderson tonight? I mean, a lot of people would have thought you would fairly comfortably win it, maybe even stop him. And there were times in there where it looked like he was maybe causing you maybe more trouble than you would have expected going into it.
Yeah, this is my first time to move 165. So, and I'm surprised my reflections are same when I was in 140. So fight was good and huge respect for Winters and Nunes.
Any other questions?
Ellie Sekbak, yes, news. Quick question, 2 parts. Part 1 for all 3 of you. What was it like to fight in front of maybe 80,000 people? And give me your assessment of Mike Tyson, Jake Paul fight.
I guess I'll go first. For me, being signed to MVP, all of Jake Paul's events are always huge. Dallas Cowboys Stadium, 80,000. I felt like I've been here before. Any event that I fought on with especially Jake Paul and Amanda, I feel like it's a huge crowd. So you have to be prepared for it. I thought Mike Tyson was great. I thought Jake Paul was younger, stronger, and more busy. I thought it was a great fight. Some instances, it was sad for me to see Mike Tyson like slowly walking back to the corner, but it was great for boxing. It was great for boxing. This is what we need. Boxing sells, and that's my take on it.
Can you repeat the question?
What was it like to fight in front of 80,000 people? And what did you think of Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight?
I mean, it was an honor to be a part of this event. Being on the card with Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, like it's unbelievable. To fill an arena like that, I've never seen an arena full like that in a boxing fight. So, like I said, thank you very much to MVP, Most Valuable Promotions. Thank you to Netflix. And yeah, I thought Mike and Jake had a great fight. I thought Jake obviously won the fight. But man, you gotta take your hat off to Mike. Like 58 years old, going 8 rounds with a young stud like that. It's incredible. It's
I hope
incredible.
I'm able to do that at 58 too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe with you.
I don't know. I don't think I'd be able to do that at 58.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a great opportunity for me. Like I'm the part of this huge event. I will be always thankful for Mr. Nakisa and MVP. And for me, huge respect for Mike Tyson. He's real. He's true legend. In 58 years in my country, nobody think he can walk properly. And he's fighting here 8 rounds. Huge respect for Mike Tyson. And Jake Paul, I don't know how many knows. So 8 months back, I went to Puerto Rico for Jake Paul, and I'm still hungry for Jake Paul.
Lucas, so your last fight, you fought against Ashton Silva, and you was pretty much like a suspicious opponent, you feel me? And then you knocked him out. How did you feel going into this fight, fighting somebody that was, at your caliber, and how you felt like you was going to do at this fight compared to your last fight? With all that pressure on you as well, now that you beat somebody at the top caliber.
Well, this guy wasn't the guy I actually prepared for. He was a replacement a couple weeks ago. So, I prepared for a slick boxer the last, 7 weeks or whatever it was, and then change of opponents, right? And completely different style. So it was a little bit different style-wise, but nonetheless, the kid was a good fighter, man. He was a good fighter, and he had good defense, and he had an unbelievable chin. But
Or harder than your last fight with Ashton Silva?
oh, I mean, it's a total
Styles?
different. Yeah, it's a total different style,
Styles
right?
make fights, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I had to box this fight, right?
Now, do you feel like that Mike Tyson fight versus Jake Paul was a little suspicious in any way? Or do you feel like the decision was right for Jake Paul to win?
Oh, Jake definitely won the fight. Yeah,
Jake won
yeah,
that fight?
He won the fight. Absolutely.
All right, cool.
Niraj, put this on, yes, sir. Has Jake mentioned anything about your property in India yet after the bet you made?
I'm ready to give him because I lost the bet.
You said it was worth 4 million.
For my
right?
property, he has to come to India and fight with me. So I'll give him 2 properties. 2 acre, 3 acre. I'll give him, no problem.
That wasn't the deal.
Yeah.
You said your properties in India was worth 4 million.
Yeah, I told him.
I heard it. I heard 4 million.
I'm still on my words. He has to come to India
You owe Jake
to
Paul
register
4
to
million.
register my property to his name. He has to come. He has to come. He has to take 1 million property, $1 million. He has to come.
No, Jake got 4 million in India. You lost.
This question is for Lucas Body. No one is talking about how Casablanca missed weight by almost an entire different weight class. And you took that fight like it was nothing. Like, what does that say about you just taking a fight short notice and the guy just missing weight by 4 pounds? And nobody's mentioning this.
Yeah, I mean, when you have a weight advantage, it makes a big difference, right? And that's why there's weight classes. I came in on weight as like a true professional. He was almost 4 pounds overweight, but nonetheless, I would, the show must go on, right? I'm on the biggest stage here, and it was a huge opportunity for me, so I couldn't say anything otherwise.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lucas, Shanisha.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
That's horrible. The media had nothing to ask them. This is what I mean. They were just there for the main event. Most of the press, they didn't really know the fighters. Only some of the ones that were on boots on the ground. Ellie Setback asked two of the most ridiculous questions there is. But at least he tried to involve all three. That's just egregious for the media to not have any questions about the undercard.
He's joking. You're out of your mind. Everyone else gets 3 people. Don't be acting this shit. 3 people go up or not at all. Come on, big boy. Make your decision now. Make the decision. We're not going up. 3 goes up or not at all. Your call. Very simple. Make it. Come on, big boy. No, she's going up. She's going up with the 2 others. That's the way it's going.
How we doing, guys?
Thank you.
Well, good evening, everybody. Thanks for sticking around. And I think we saw and witnessed again one of the greatest female fights of all time. The first one at Madison Square Garden was incredible. The second one, you know, in front of 70,000, just another testament to both incredible fighters, 2 legends of the sport. And so pleased and proud that Katie Taylor edged out a very tight decision in another Fight of the Year contender. So over to you guys for questions for the champion and Ross, her trainer.
Eddie Hearn, Katie Taylor has had crazy battles, accomplished many things, doing great things for women's boxing. What does it take? What will it take for her to be considered as the greatest women's boxer of all time?
That's just opinion. You know, everybody's entitled to their opinion. For me, she's the greatest female fighter of all time. She was the one that when boxing was banned in Ireland and girls weren't allowed to box, she'd put a ponytail under a head guard and walk in and pretend she was a boy. She was Kay Taylor in the amateurs. She's the one that convinced the IOC to allow Olympic boxing for females. She's the one that won 5 world championship amateur titles, 6 European amateur titles, Olympic gold, undisputed lightweight world champion, undisputed super lightweight world champion, sold out Madison Square Garden, sold out 2 arenas in Ireland, boxed at the Millennium Stadium in front of 80,000, Wembley in front of 90,000, boxed here tonight on Netflix. For me, it's unbiased, but and she's so humble. But it goes beyond the achievements. It goes down to the legacy of what she's doing and the way she's driving participation at grassroots boxing for girls walking into amateur boxing clubs. Because I see it with my own eyes. I see it with my daughters, you know, driven and inspired by Katie Taylor. For me, it's no competition. The greatest female fighter that's ever lived.
Radio Raheem right down here in the front. Congratulations on another victory. Yeah. This fight was another razor thin margin. How do you compare your performance tonight to the first fight?
I think it was a very different fight tonight than the first time. I started off probably a bit slow, and I changed up in the second half of the fight where I just stood there and fought with her. But I think I definitely landed the bigger punches tonight, especially the second half of the fight, and that's actually what won me the fight in the end, I feel. But you're right, another really close fight. Two epic fights, two very close decisions, and I'm just proud to be part of such another huge night for women's boxing. But yeah, two very different different fights, I think.
Much has been made of the headbutt from the Serrano camp. What do you attribute those headbutts to? How did those happen, in your opinion?
It just happens sometimes when you're fighting against a southpaw, especially the fighters going close, and it just happens. I was completely accidental. I mean, they're calling me a dirty fighter or whatever, but that wasn't purposely done. Obviously, I'm in there fighting like she is, and it's a rough sport, and sometimes you get head clashes. You have to fight through those things. This is a fight game. Yeah, cheers.
Hey, Katie, obviously, after the fact, like it's this great moment. You've had this great fight, maybe even better than the first one. And then obviously Jordan kind of goes off in the ring. What was your reaction to what Jordan was saying?
I didn't even know what he was saying, to be honest. I knew they were obviously complaining about the decision, but I really don't care. I'm standing here as a victor again. I fought her twice. I beat her twice. All the judges were in agreement. So I really couldn't care less what's being said about the fight. I'm standing here again. I'm 2-0 against Serrano, and I'm very, very happy.
Do it again?
If she wants, yeah, I have no problem doing it again.
And just Eddie, what was obviously it's been a strange week for you. I mean, I know you would have liked to have been with Katie the whole week. Could you just talk to us about kind of the experience since you got to Texas? And
listen, we've had a great experience. It was an incredible show. Incredible show. I mean, look, myself and Nikisa, look, we had him and his team and family and us screaming and shouting throughout the fight. It's just emotion. It's just wanting to win, and it means a lot to both of us. So, I had my opinions about the fight. It's done now, and it doesn't mean I'm right. It's just my opinion. But what we saw is, and I said to Nikisa in the ring, we saw an incredible promotion, an incredible event that had millions of eyeballs, particularly for me, so pleasing, on Katie Taylor and female boxing. So we're always going to be like that. But what they did was put on an incredible event, and this was, again, stole the show as the fight of the night and maybe one of the fights of the year. Katie was getting stitched up, so I didn't really get a chance to see too much of it. But, it's done. And look, you saw what it did in there tonight. And I'm just glad both guys are okay. Katie, an incredible fight. I was lucky to be there at MSG first time around, and this one was just as special. So what is it about Amanda Serrano that makes it such a special fight between you two? Because every time you meet in the ring, it's just fireworks.
Yeah, I think whatever it is, our styles just blend very, very well together. She's obviously very aggressive, doesn't take a backward step. She has a great chin as well, so it just ends up as a real war at times. She has a great will to win as well, like myself, and we're going to do whatever we can do to actually win the fight. So it just ends up being a classic war each time. Yeah, I'm just so happy to be sitting here as the winner again. I know they're complaining about the decision, but they're also complaining about the last decision as well. So I really, really couldn't care less about that. I'm just another win, another great performance, and we move on.
And is it true that you've agreed a trilogy?
Sorry?
Is it true that you've agreed a trilogy already? Or is that still in talks? No? No. And finally, Eddie, just for you, I know you showed loads of emotion at the end there. There's a big video of you going viral, going at it. What was the emotions like? What was going through your head at the time? I just wanted her to win so bad, and obviously we're the away team, if you like, and there's nothing like an away win. And, we have been like that with MVP, and we respect what they've done. It's great, but that's how it is. If they would have won, they would have gone absolutely mental, like me. I went mental. I made an idiot out of myself. I said to Nikisa, if I offended anyone, I apologise, but that's just what it meant to me. And I'm never going to not show that emotion, because the journey we've been on has just been incredible. And I wanted her to win so badly. And when we got the decision, which, you know, we are worried if it was close, if we would get the decision, and also probably the build-up of a lot of big fights going against us. Madrimov against Crawford, close. Bivol Beterbiev, close. And it's like, when are we going to get the rub of the green in one of these big fights? And I thought we deserved it, and we got it, and it was just sweet as a nut.
Katie, again, I just want to ask you, Madison Square Garden, obviously you had all the Irish fans, sorry, on your left, Katie, over here. It's yours. In Madison Square Garden, you had all the Irish fans there, not so many in the arena tonight. How does it, how much does it mean to you to know you have the support of everyone back home in Ireland, your family as well, and how will it feel to come back to Ireland for Christmas, especially with the belts again?
Oh, amazing. I'm just super grateful for the support of and from the Irish people back as an amateur boxer to now. And every single time I step into the ring, I try and represent my country so well. My family are all here with me as they always are. They never ever miss a fight. So I'm just so proud to be an Irish woman and to be representing such a great nation and to be going home again for Christmas with all the belts and still undisputed champion. That's very, very sweet. Yeah.
Thank you, Katie Taylor. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Okay, we're ready. Yeah, we're ready.
The media can't give any insight to the fight. The questions they ask are so bland. Ask her about the adjustments she made after she got buzzed and hurt from a counter left hook or a counter left shot in the first round that seemed to daze her. How did she respond to that adversity? What did she do to change the pace of the fight? That's what's the real effing question. That's what's the only thing bothering me about it. There's something real.
Yeah, let's do it, bro. That's what everyone wants to see. I want a bigger challenge. Jake Paul!
Yeah.
First of all, thank you to Netflix, an unbelievable partnership that started in November of 2023. We had a vision on what could be the biggest fight in history. And on Tuesday, with our partners at Netflix, we'll come out with the results of what tonight looked like. We had a gate of over $18.1 million, a record for the state of Texas, double what Canelo did when he fought here the last time post-pandemic when demand for tickets was much higher. And it is the highest gate in boxing history in the US outside of Las Vegas. And it happened with a young man who's 4 years in the sport and a legend, an icon in Mike Tyson, who came back and, you know, put on an amazing show. We actually exceeded Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor in terms of commercial establishments that paid to show the fight. So Jake Paul, Mike Tyson, new record holders. And with that, we'll open it up for questions.
Hey, Jake. Andreas from ESPN.
Can you talk about the opening minutes when you see Mike across the ring from you? He's giving his peekaboo style. He's coming forward. What were your initial thoughts? Because it seems surreal that you got in the ring with Mike Tyson.
Yeah, I was just so prepared. I've gone through the moment so many times in my head and meditation and stuff like that. So it didn't faze me. And I just felt at home just because I'm on the path of riding my destiny. And when you're really close to God and on the path of your destiny, you just feel everything so much more and you just know what's going to happen ahead of time.
Round 3, Mike seemed to be running out of gas a little bit. You were working the jab really well. At any point, did you start to take your foot off the gas just a little bit because you noticed he was tiring out?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely a bit. You know, I wanted to give the fans a show, but I didn't want to hurt someone that didn't need to be hurt.
Did you feel Mike's power at all?
No.
He hit you with one and you gave him the tongue.
I only because the crowd like got turned up, but it didn't actually hurt. But I mean, no one's punches have like really hurt. I got buzzed a little bit against Tommy Fury, but that's about it. It didn't hurt. No, I was just off balance when Woodley hit me, but because I was throwing a check hook and I missed, and then my chin was open, and then he hit me and I went, whoa. But it didn't hurt.
Calvin Watkins, Dallas Morning News. Do you feel like it's time for people just to accept you for who you are and not try to say, hey, you need to fight ranked fighters or fight for a belt or those kinds of things and just accept what you bring to the sport? Because obviously, look what you did tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I think so, but the people just love to hate me. I'm easy to hate. And I intentionally, say things to make people hate me. I play the heel. I feed into that. And, that's just what I like to do. And that's what entertainment is. And at the end of the day, I started as a 17-year-old in Los Angeles in the entertainment business. But I've been in this sport for 4.5 years and have been so active doing every event, taking any fight possible. So if people want to see more or this challenge or fight this person, whatever it is, my response to them is just give them a couple more months because I'm going to accomplish more things in just a matter of months. And I plan on doing everything in this sport that there is to be done.
But just to be clear, right? He's fought UFC champions. He's fought boxing legends. And he's fought boxers that someone with his experience should fight. And he's knocked them out in the first round, right? He did that twice in a row before Mike Perry. Like, he was fighting in front of 4,000 people last December in Orlando, knocking the dude out in the first round, but doing what traditional boxers do. And now he's here putting on the biggest show that boxing has seen in 40 plus years. There was a fighter who tried to bombard our press conference, former fighter on Thursday, and it was ridiculous. That dude fought somebody that was 9-21 in their 12th fight. This young man who has 4 years in the sport, 3 years with MVP, he just fought the baddest man on the planet in front of 72,000 people on Netflix. And he took it all in and stepped up to the challenge. So to your question about what's next, he's going to do everything that he wants to do to become a world champion. But in the midst of that, he may do things that are crossover. He may do things that are smaller in nature, but that's his path to be the world champion.
AJ, congrats on the dub, and both of you, congrats on the good night. The crowd got a little restless toward the middle of the fights. We started hearing the boo birds. Reaction on social media isn't too great about the fight in general. Your reaction to that at all?
Yeah, man, thank you for everyone tuning in and coming. And, I tried to give the fight the best fight I possibly could. But when someone's just surviving in the ring, basically, it's hard to make it exciting. So I couldn't really get him to engage me or slip shots and, do something super cool or whatever. But I don't care about what people have to say. They're always going to have something to say, and that it is what it is.
The only way that people would have been happy is if Jake lost somehow, right? And that would have been like, oh, what a great fight. Mike's a legend. If he knocked out Mike Tyson, it would have been rigged. The fight went to 8 rounds. Oh, Mike wasn't trying. Oh, the fight wasn't, good enough. It was an unbelievable display between a 58-year-old legend and a 27-year-old relatively young boxer. And he actually outboxed the boxer. Jake Paul outboxed Mike Tyson like he said he was going to do. Did you not? Like every single round.
No, and yeah, like what do people say? Like I told everyone what I was going to do is to give him a boxing lesson. Ellie.
Oh, Jeremy.
Are you out of retirement? Bro, I haven't seen you in like a year or 2 years.
You got to invite me.
I miss you, Ellie.
I miss you too. But first of all, congratulations. Tremendous event, A to Z. One of the best events I've ever been to.
Thank
now,
you.
you called out Canelo in the ring. Trevonta Davis just posted that he would beat the brakes off of you if you guys fight.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be down. Let's run it. Like, I'll be super, super down. I don't know if
Javante needs Jake Paul. Let's be clear, right?
Is there a height limit in boxing?
What about you and Conor McGregor? Are you interested in that?
Yeah, he'll never do that though. He knows. He knows way.
One, he's
better
under
than me.
contract, and
He's
two,
not his own boss.
And two, he won't do it. He knows better. He might.
And it's funny to say like, yo, Conor McGregor is scared of Jake Paul and will never box him, but it's the fucking truth. And look at him go toe to toe with Nate Diaz, who was easy work for me. It was like a Monday sparring session to beat Nate Diaz's ass. So he doesn't ever want the smoke with me. It won't ever happen.
We believe Canelo would do a cruiserweight fight. There's no way Conor does a cruiserweight fight with Jake Paul.
Jeremy Hecht here with Hip Hop DX and Uproxx. First of all, I just want to say, I know you get a lot of hate, but what I think you don't get enough credit for is proving to a lot of people that evolution and growth is the ultimate goal and that anything is possible. Like if you look back at yourself making YouTube videos or Vines, to know that you're just boxed the biggest boxing match of all time against potentially the greatest boxer of all time, and you have a belt in front of you and you won. I just want to say that's inspiring to a lot of people. So I think you deserve a lot of credit. And then I would love to know, I'm just a big music fan. What is on your playlist pre-game? Did you listen to a specific song right before when you were training? Were there a few songs that got you to the point where you're the winner tonight?
Yeah, me and my girlfriend were listening to Olivia Rodrigo. And then listening to Mr. Saxo Beat was the team's like theme song for the training camp. But thank you for your kind words. And yeah, my goal is always to show kids, or even if someone's already older, that no matter what, in 4.5 years, I'm a living proof that you could start something and rise to the top of it just with hard work, commitment, and dedication.
All right, Jake, right here. Congratulations, man, on a good fight. I spoke to Andre Ward, Stephen Cordeiro, KO Art of Sports, by the way. I spoke to Andre Ward afterwards, and he said that he didn't want to come out and say that he thought you carried Mike, but he said that he kind of respected that you let him live a little bit, that you didn't actually go for the finish. Would you agree with that? Did you carry Mike?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit. Yeah, like there was a point where, I was just like, okay, he's not really engaging back. And so I don't know if he's tired or whatever. And I could just tell, his age was showing a little bit. And I just have so much respect for him. And that like violence war thing between us, like after he slapped me, I wanted to, be aggressive and take him down and knock him out and all that stuff. But that kind of went away as the rounds went on.
You want to talk about the last 3 weeks at all? I think
Oh,
it's
yeah.
important to share.
Yeah, I 22 days ago, I completely sprained my ankle, completely tore the ligament, the anterior ligament, and like contusion, snapped the other side of my foot. Was on crutches for 4 or 5 days, and it just hindered the end of my training camp. I don't know how it didn't get leaked or anything like that, but it just made everything mentally more difficult to go into the ring with a sprained ankle, having to tape it up. And I missed about 2 weeks of sparring. So I really only sparred 1 or 2 times before this fight. And that's why my cardio didn't feel as good in there tonight. But you just roll with the punches and fight through those things.
Hi, I'm Robert for Dutch television. I had a question about Yuta. What does she mean to you, and what did she bring to you and towards this fight, and what does it mean to you that she's here?
Yeah, I mean, she's the best woman in the world, and she's always supporting me, and she inspires me, and she works, even harder than I do as an athlete, which makes me be on top of my game. And I know she's going to be world champion and win Olympic gold. And so I need to win the world championship belt as well. And she just has brought the best out of me as a human. So that's when you know you have someone special.
Thank you.
Any questions about Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor that we can address at all? I would like to point out that the betting markets in the 10th round had it as minus 350 for Amanda to win. So the sports book had a minus 350 in the 10th round that Amanda Serrano was going to win the fight.
Yeah, medicated question right here. Nikisa, I don't know, Jake, did you get a chance to watch the fight? Were you able to watch it back there?
I was like watching bits and pieces of it. It was hard to fight because I was warming up, or hard to watch because I was warming up.
I know you watched it. What were your thoughts? I mean, there was a point deducted, the headbutts. Amanda still loses on every scorecard by 1 round. What is your overall thoughts of the fight?
I thought in the first round, if there was like 15 seconds left, Katie Taylor was dropped and done. If you look at the replay, she was dazed, didn't know where she was. I thought Katie implemented her game plan well, but it was a dirty fight. She used her head to lead every single minute of every round. And Amanda, did her best to fight back, but she was at a disadvantage. And the ref didn't stop the headbutts. He took a point away way too late, and she continued to do the headbutting, continued to do the holding.
Do you want to see the media rematch for this?
We want to do whatever Amanda wants to do. She's got to take a little bit of time and see what makes sense for her to do next.
Have you talked to Amanda, and how does she feel about what happened tonight?
Just felt that, the ref didn't protect her. The ref didn't put her in a position to win. And they should have taken away more than 1 point for what that woman was doing in the ring tonight.
Question for Jake. Obviously, Amanda coming off a very, very close loss. Did that affect you at all going out straight after that, seeing your kind of training partner or teammate lose?
Yeah, it's always a weird feeling in the locker room when that happens. But yeah, I feel for Amanda, and I can have a moment, 5 seconds where I'm like, damn, I'm sending her love and energy, but I then have to immediately get back focused.
After you break so many records after a major event like this, is it hard to top? Has Nikisa, have you already got a plan in mind how to break the records again?
We always find a way. But yeah, just credit to us. There may never be another moment like this in boxing. It's rare to come by, but I believe we can find something. And I think there are a few names out there that make sense that the events will be just as big.
Look, boxing is ebbs and flows, ups and downs, big events, small events, medium-sized events, wins and sometimes losses, right? He lost a year and a half ago, even though he knocked him down, against Tommy Fury. And now he put on the biggest event boxing has seen in 25 years. So our philosophy is it's not about what is the decision that happens in the ring. It's about the attitude that you have in the product that you create and how you entertain the fans. And there's no more entertaining of an athlete than Jake Paul.
Jake, what are you going to do about the bets with Niraj and Katie? Are you going to let them
We
off,
never
or what?
made it official. I think it was all just in light of entertainment and trying to make some fun and selling fights.
But do you think the fact that so many boxers went with Mike, is that because of the stature he has within?
I don't care. I would have went with Mike too. I love Mike. So I just play a character a lot of times and just to sell fights and shit. So
Just a question for, I guess, Nikisa, but also Jake a little bit. Obviously, the numbers on Netflix way probably above what you were expecting, right? A massive viewership, and obviously at points it even crashed going into it. What's kind of the feeling behind the scenes with how much of a success this show was on Netflix?
Where everyone's ecstatic. Everyone on Netflix, shout out to them. Amazing partners, amazing people. Couldn't be happier with our partnership and how everything went. I think it's 6 times the numbers that I thought. But the numbers are still coming in, so it could be more than that. But
The plan is at some point next week.
Bigger
to
than
release-
the Super Bowl.
We'll release the
Little
numbers
teaser
next
there.
week.
Is it safe to say that the
Netflix crashed, yeah. But shout out to the Netflix engineers. We love you. They fixed it right away. And yeah, shout out to them.
Does it say a lot more people watched than they watched Floyd Mayweather against Manny Pacquiao or Floyd Mayweather against Conor McGregor? A lot more people.
is it safe to say you smashed that record that you were looking at, which was I think like that NFL game on Peacock for the largest streaming of it?
Smashed it. Smash. Not even close. But we'll put the numbers out on.
Jake, excuse me, Kevin Garcia with Fight Hype. I just wanted to ask you, Jake, we saw Eddie Hearn celebrate after Katie's victory. Do you accept that as just like human emotion, or do you find it off-putting as another promoter to see a promoter in the ring celebrate like that, his jubilation after the victory?
I didn't see it. But yeah, man, it's passion. Obviously, every promoter wants their fighter to win.
Thank you. And then same question for you, Nikisa.
Yeah, I mean, look, we had a policy that no promoters were coming in the ring for this event. And there was probably like a month of continuous emails through different parts of our team trying to get them extra credentials and to allow Eddie to be in the ring with Katie. But I never heard it from Katie or Katie's team. They not once said to us, we really want Eddie in the ring. So when they continued until today, I finally said, is it what Katie wants? And Katie said, yes, I'd love for Eddie to be in the ring. And immediately I said, absolutely, no problem. How he conducted himself in the ring, that's not how we conduct ourselves, but that's okay. He showed emotion. She won a very close fight. No problem. We move on. One more question?
An ongoing legal battle between yourself and Eddie. Has that kind of made the relationship this week difficult to keep her in a working position?
No, not. I mean, look, Eddie's been defaming us for the past month and a half. He's a recognized figure in the sport of boxing, right? We're new to boxing. We created this company 3 years ago. He has been saying that this event was a circus. It was bad. We don't care about the sport. That, all it is about the money. It's a stain on the sport. But he's still coming here and asking us to be in our ring. He's still coming here and sitting in this press conference trying to get the time and the limelight that we bring to bear. But we have not been focused on his frivolous lawsuit throughout this period, not once.
Hey, Jake, Jeff Zimmerman, fightnews.com. Congratulations. We love the big fights here in Dallas. Keep bringing them back. You said you still have the goal of being a world champion, and it seems like you're getting better every fight. What does that timeline look like to fight for a title, do you think?
Thank you. And yeah, I think it could happen in the next 24 months. I truly, truly believe in my skills and my ability and my power. And the cruiserweight division is seemingly open for the taking on that timeline. And I believe that I can become a world champion and do it within 6 years of starting to learn how to throw a fucking jab. So I think it'll be the greatest sports story ever. And I know it's going to happen.
Thank you, everybody. We appreciate the support.
Well, that's it. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to join Nate Jones' story and sign up for the memberships. I'm out.